Now that's a big ass time block. 8 PM. That's 2 hours. Anyway, only 3 protagonists left. We'll continue on with Minurikawa. Hang in there, Chiaki. Just keep it together. Minurikawa rushed to her side and offered her hand. Surely it hardly matters at this point. You're not going to make it on time regardless, Katayama said coldly. Is he fucking Alphard? Black hair. Speaks Japanese fluently. Is a little bit on the weirder side. Anyway, and in any case, if 4-star general gossip doesn't get released, it's Mr. Toyama who's going to be in trouble, not you. I dare say the world would be better off with 1 third-rate gossip rag lads anyway. Shut your mouth, Chiaki snapped. If the gossip doesn't come out, I am going to be in trouble. An article I've written is supposed to be in the next month's issue. It's a piece I've worked my very hardest on, to the very end. A piece Mr. Mino saw fit to put in print. And so if that goes away, if all of that goes away, yeah, I'll be in trouble, alright? Holy shit, she's bleeding profusely. Chiaki's legs wobbled as she struggled to get back to her feet. Chiaki, Katayama said, your zeal is a marvelous thing. Worthy of admiration even. But when it comes to work, results are all that matters. I'm sad to have put it that way, but I must be honest, it's just common decency. Katayama glanced at his pocket watch. You have 57 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. At this rate, you won't even make it to the interview venue before your time's up. Frankly, I don't think even a further extension of your deadline would make any difference in the end. Damn it! Minurikawa ground his teeth. He wondered if he should just leave Chiaki here and go interview SOS by himself. He could expand the article on SOS, then work a small part of Chiaki's interview piece into at least fill the layout, Right now the single most important thing was getting the magazine out the door, for Toyama's sake. But if he did cut most of Chiaki's copy, after all she'd done, he might wind up totally killing her passion for being a writer. We can't have that. I have to stop waffling. Professionals don't let their personal feelings dictate their decisions. I can help Chiaki work through her emotional struggles later. What? So, Chiaki, that's enough. Whoa. The young woman got to her feet, staggering as she began to climb the stairs. I'm not giving up, she said under her breath. I can't give up now. Though obviously in pain, she struggled to keep her legs moving. Damn, I can't do it. Look how hard she's fighting to stay in the game. I can't tell her I don't need her article now. Releasing the next issue of the gossip wasn't just going to save Toyama. It would save Chiaki as well. Minurikawa couldn't abandon either one of them, which left him with a hell of a dilemma. He needed to make a decision. If he didn't stop wavering soon, they'd be out of time. But try as he might, he couldn't come up with a plan. Then he heard a familiar voice from behind him. If you're wondering what path to take, allow my taxi to be your guide. Oh, it's a taxi driver. He's kinda like Kajiwara. He's a real supporting hero here. Minurikawa spun around to see Kimisuka standing there like a boss. Where to, sir? The driver asked. Despite his polite demeanor, his pride was obvious. Mr. Kimisuka, I appreciate the thought, but with this traffic... Traffic? I see nothing of the sort. Okay, sure, but... Minurikawa was well aware of Kimisuka's capabilities, but the prospect of cutting through the chaos that currently filled the streets was more than a little daunting. There's another taxi right there in it. When you know this town as well as I do, there's nowhere you can't go. Alright, what other choice do I have? Guess I've got to trust you. This'll be my last request of the day. Minurikawa pointed down the street. Take us to Bright Breeder in Uraharajuku. Take us to Inferno in Uraharajuku. Take us to the Labyrinth in Uraharajuku. Do you have any place in mind? What? Of course we know it's in Inferno, so we'll go there. Why would they let you go somewhere else? I'm gonna have to explore that later. Inferno in Uraharajuku. The bar? Kimisuka quirked an eyebrow. Yes, is something the matter? No, nothing at all. Hurry up and get in. Why did he... As soon as Minrikawa and the others had climbed into the cab, Kimizuka tore off through Shibuya's network of narrow side streets. The passengers in the back seat jostled roughly back and forth to the sound of screeching tires. Holy shit, what the fuck is going on? This is altogether far too excessive, Katayama murmured, wincing as his head bounced repeatedly against the window. To think we allow such inconsiderate driving here in this country. Chiaki, meanwhile, had opened her laptop and was somehow working furiously to finish a copy. The sound of her fingers clicking across the keys echoed within the vehicle. How's it going, Chiaki? Minrikawa asked. Just a little more. Her eyes were glued to her monitor, her face all seriousness. Kimizuka glanced over at Minrikawa. If I may ask, sir, what business do you have at this bar? Just a little interview. I hear a local gang called SOS uses the place as their big hangout. You're interviewing SOS? Sir, I feel it might be best not to get too involved with that lot. There was something about the driver's warning that seemed a little off. Do your taxi driver connections tell you what SOS is up to? Minrikawa asked. Originally, it was something of a vigilante corps in the name of keeping the neighborhood clean and safe. But lately I hear nothing but bad things about them. Those loan sharks had said something very similar. Minrikawa reminded himself that he'd better be on his guard. Katayama chimed in. He looks like a little boy. But just how do you plan to go about interviewing a gang like this? That's nothing for you to worry about. I have a plan. Oh, and just what exactly is this plan? It's a secret. Katayama gave him a derisive grin. Clearly he wasn't impressed. Minrikawa turned to look at Chiaki. She appeared too engrossed in her copy to even hear the conversation. I realize this is for work, Kimizuka said worriedly. But do you really need to take such risks? Yes, I do. Minrikawa thought back to that look on Toyama's face. That look when he'd finally regained his confidence. He couldn't let Heaven Publishing go under. Toyama provided a canvas on which Minrikawa shared his art with the world. Look at him. Thinking about it now, Minrikawa realized he'd always been chasing Toyama's shadow. Though it was galling to admit, that man had been the ideal Minrikawa strove to live up to. That was why he'd hated seeing Toyama reduced to such a pathetic state. He wanted Toyama to remain indomitable, to keep busting down any and all obstacles in his own peculiar way. Still, Minrikawa wasn't about to voice these feelings aloud. He felt more than a little embarrassed to be taking it all so personally. Don't. When you take on a job, you give it 100% every time. That's what makes you a professional, he said. Would you agree? What? I do indeed, Katayama chimed in. But you'll have to demonstrate that 100% in the limited time you have left. Which, by the way, is 51 minutes and 30 seconds. And I will not budge the slightest on that submission deadline. Please do keep that in mind. The man took another look at his watch. I've got half a mind to break that thing, Minrikawa told him. Breaking my watch will not stop time. Minrikawa shot him a furious glare, but Katayama's composure was unwavering. The guy was unflappable, and the only way Minrikawa was going to be able to put him in his place was to meet his damn deadline. Easier said than done though. He'd want to use 30 of the 51 minutes he still had to write his article. That only left him 20 or so to get the material, which includes the way there. So that's pretty fucking crazy. Kimizuka suddenly slammed on the brakes and the cab skidded to a halt. Minrikawa stared through the windshield in shock and saw a smallish, boxy minivan weaving erratically along the road. What? Well, look out! That thing's heading our way! Don't worry, sir, the driver replied. Just leave this to me. What's going on? Who's in the minivan? Keeping his cool, Kimizuka dexterously steered them clear of the oncoming vehicle. As the minivan sped past, an eerily cold breeze wafted over the taxi. The vehicle is being driven by members of the Wandering Angels Theater Troupe. Okay, I get it. They are on their way to return the dry ice machine they used in the performance to Endo Electronics. The machine is malfunctioning, continually spitting out white plumes of carbon dioxide. The troupe members inside the van are beginning to suffer from oxygen deprivation and are driving around Shibuya in a daze. Will they be able to make it to Endo Electronics in the end? We'll find out sometime later. I hope, at least. What the heck was that? Minrikawa asked. I'm not sure, Kimizuka said, but let's hurry on our way. Nimbly manipulating the gear stick, he stomped on the gas once more. Here we are, sir. They pulled up outside of a dilapidated old pool hall. You're a lifesaver. Minurikawa clapped a hand on Kimizuka's shoulder. Just be sure to be careful, sir. Minurikawa nodded. Huh? What? Chiaki asked, looking up. What are we being careful about? Nothing, Minurikawa said. You just wait here in the car. You've still got that copy to finish up, yeah? Well, yes. Alright then. Chiaki frowned but resumed her typing. Thank God. And you wait here too, Minurikawa said to Katayama. But of course, that goes without saying. Incidentally, you have 49 minutes and 6 seconds remaining. Minurikawa did some quick mental math. Oh jeez, poor guy. He looks like me when I do math. With the half hour he'd already set aside, that left him 19 minutes. However dangerous SOS might be, he couldn't afford to hesitate for even a single second. Bracing himself, he stepped out of the taxi and headed for the pool hall. Phew! Minurikawa took a deep breath as he approached the grimy door. Here goes. He drew his leg back and gave the door a hearty kick. Damn, son, that's an entrance. The mob of young men inside the bar turned as one at the sound of the door crashing open. Who the hell are you? Several of them started towards him belligerently. Yes. Just come down and hear me out, he said. I've come to interview you. Interview us? What the hell for? These were hot-headed punks, alright. They seemed to be itching for a confrontation. Minurikawa felt like a punch might come flying his way at any moment. Then another voice called out from further back. Hold up, guys. There was a young man seated in the far back corner of the bar. His air of authority marked him as the gang's leader. That must be Susumu then, Minurikawa thought. When you say interview, do you mean for TV? Or like a magazine? Mind telling us who you are? The name's Minurikawa. I'm a freelance journalist. I'm doing a magazine piece about young people in Shibuya. All I'm asking is just for you guys to answer a few questions. Here's the answer to the science quiz from last time. Methane. I can't fucking remember what I guessed. Methane has been tapped as a potential new energy source to replace fossil fuels or atomic power, but there are concerns about its tendency to exacerbate the global warming process. It is extremely flammable. The methane produced by food waste has been known to cause garbage trucks to catch fire. Really? Whoa. Huh. Susumu sounded less than enthused. Just 5 minutes, Minurikawa said. What do you say? Nah, I'm not in the best of moods right now. Go on, get out of here. Right, Minurikawa thought. He's going to make things difficult. But he hadn't expected these troublemakers to just up and accept an offer to appear in print. What? Now was when the real battle would begin. Guess I'll just have to write my piece without your help then. Susumu took the bait and shot him a look. Right about what exactly? Your little warehouse raids. What? Warehouse raids? Susumu raised an eyebrow. What are you talking about? Really now? You're gonna tell me you don't know your boys are dealing in stolen goods? SOS doesn't steal, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah? Why don't you ask those two over there? He'd spotted the two fellows he'd seen arguing earlier at the scene of the explosion. Now he pointed them out. Their faces betrayed their alarm. Oh shit! Susumu glared at them. Is this true? They averted their eyes and said nothing. I ask you a question. Have you been stealing stuff? After a long moment of surly hesitation, both young men nodded. Holy! You idiots! Susumu marched up to the two and without warning decked them both. How dare you sully the SOS name? As the two gang members cowered, he continued to punch them repeatedly. Okay, enough with the beatdown. Minurikawa stepped up to intervene. Let's get down to business here. I won't reveal anything about the warehouse raids. In exchange, you give me my interview. How's that? Not a bad deal, I'd say. But Susumu ignored him, continuing his pummeling of the pair. Well, hey, nobody's gonna play you nice with a guy who flies off the handle and beats on people, you know. What'd you just say? Well, look at yourself. You're clearly not the cream of the crop here, kid. Whoa, at that Suzuma's fists finally fell still. The rowdy bar went completely silent. Say that one more time, I dare you. I put your ass in the ground. The gang leader's eyes were red with rage. Minrikawa snorted unafraid. Huh, that's the exact sort of line I'd expect from a total wuss who's all bark and no bite. Shut your damn mouth. Get the hell out of here. Oh, this is hilarious. SOS's top dog is such a yappy little puppy. Suzuma snarled like an animal. You son of a bitch. I'm gonna beat your ass. Mr. Mino, I'm all finished. An ebullient voice resounded suddenly through the bar. Let's see. Cheerful and full of energy. Okay, I didn't know that word. Originally, the term indicated a state of bubbling or boiling, so it's effectively a fancy way of describing someone as bubbly. So it's ebullient, I guess. Oh shit, she brought Katayama with her. Chiaki? Minrikawa looked and saw that both she and Katayama had appeared in the doorway. I finished my copy. Could you please look it over for me? She thrust out her laptop proudly. Suzuma stared in bewilderment. Who the hell are you? Oh, I was under the impression SOS folks were, being interviewed. Chiaki broke off haltingly. Yeah, you're right about that. One by one, gang members started to close in around her. Well, it's just... You look like you're really angry is all. Or do we now? That's because we are pretty damn angry. Good grief, Katayama groaned. It would seem that getting your interview is quite impossible. By the way, you only have another... You shut up! Minrikawa snapped as Katayama peered at his watch. Just leave this to me. You two hurry up and get out of here. I'd leave Chiaki here as a peace offering. I mean, oh my god, I don't want to throw it to the sharks, but I think she could mediate between the angry guys, you know. No way, Chiaki said. What? Why not? Because I want you to read my copy, Mr. Mino. She looked him right in the eye. This was no time for an editing session. You had to wrap up the SOS interview and fast. He didn't have much of a choice. He'd postponed the interview to read over Chiaki's copy. He understood how she felt, but this place was too dangerous. It was time to get Chiaki and Katayama out of here. No, let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Alright, he said. Let me see your laptop. He held out his hand and started to make his way over to her. Whoa. What? Before he could reach her though, the SOS punks had Chiaki and Sazama surrounded. Oh, what's this? Something important? One of the gang members reached out to grab Chiaki's computer. Knock it off, don't touch that. She struggled to resist. Leave the girl alone, you scumbags! Minrikawa barked. The young man in the bar stopped and turned. Suzuma was quick to respond. Screw you, man. Who are you calling scumbags here? Any guy who raises a hand to a lady is a scumbag. If you're looking for a fight, you can fight me. Just get your hands off the girl. Minrikawa did his best to look unafraid as a couple dozen vicious gazes now turned back on him. Bring it on, Suzuma said. Hey, someone go stand lookout out front. He snapped his fingers sharply. Get him! At the signal, Suzuma's men quickly closed in on Minrikawa.